Welcome back. Today we're going to be putting the headliner, starting it at least on the pickup. So I'll just go over some of the stuff I got. Just some spray glue, the 3M. This is weather stripping adhesive. I'm not sure if I'll need it. This is like a contact cement I got from the upholstery guy. And then this is a really thick power grip adhesive from Worth. It's really thick and gooey and doesn't run or anything like that, so I'll probably be using that around the windows. And then a bunch of clips to hold it after I glue it till it dries. And then we're going to be putting just sound deadening on the roof and on the back panel as well. This is just a kit off of Amazon, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to be oil spraying a little bit in the cab around the back window and stuff, in the holes that they already got there, just to prevent any other rust from starting. Put this on the roof. Actually, you can probably hear how tangy it is. Test it again after. Really sound deadened it a lot, especially in the old route. It's like driving a tin can. I'm going to test fit the headliner in and just clamp it up and make sure I got it all squared and everything before I start gluing it. So this is the headliner I got recovered. Put foam backing on the back and then tape the corners up the way that it's gonna fit in there, and had to heat it up with the heat gun to get the corners to fit. So we got it so it'll at least sit in there, and then I'll have to heat it up as I'm gluing the corners in some more. Okay, so we were trying to line it up, and it's really hard to push it up and get it to fit right without it moving all the time. So I shimmy rigged the board in there to hold it where it's got to go. We centered it all, and this really isn't the best headliner material, but it's the only dark blue like the original, or closest to the original I could find, but it's really thick and hard to bend and stretch. So we're gonna use the heat gun and start at the front, and hopefully it'll go okay with not too many wrinkles, if none, hopefully. I'm gonna try this thick glue. Doesn't really say how fast it dries, but we'll start with it and see how it works. You gotta make sure you get it as tight to the pinch weld as you can, or else you'll have problems getting your windshield rubber to go on around the edge. This could have been a little bit longer material too, but the guy cut it already, so that's what we got to deal with. So it's taken, well, you got to take your time with it a lot, but this goes up on angles so much. Every time we put it in, I keep thinking it's not going to work and not look right and kink, but the heat gun's your best friend. Like, we were heating it up and stretching it and then clamping it. And you want to put clamps everywhere pretty much to hold it there till it dries, but it's not looking too bad. We'll have to heat up the sides as well. So we did the front first, and then we're gonna do both sides in case we have to stretch it or pull anything at the back. We've got it to pull instead of doing the back and the front and then trying to pull the sides and stretch it. So we'll do that, and then I've got the original, just the door rubbers that go over the pinch welds. We're gonna glue it and use that to hold the sides up. Figured it would be the strongest and evenest clamping system to do the sides with that. And then we'll move to the back and try and get all these kinks out from the vinyl. I really didn't think it would stretch like that, but as soon as you put a little bit of heat to it and have a couple pairs of hands to pull and stretch it, it's coming out pretty good. So we'll do the sides and then the back, and then tomorrow we'll hopefully do the back and the two sides here. Because this truck was a black tie edition, it had the fabric all the way along the back and the sides. If it was a base model, it would only, the headliner would only go up to here, and this would just all be painted body color. So I'll be putting sound deadening on the back wall and the sides, I guess, too. And then I gotta paint the seat tracks and the seat brackets silver, and then we'll be doing the same sound deadening on the floor and the firewall and everything as well. So yeah, we'll get at the headliner sides, and we'll show you what it looks like after that as well. So we got the 1A pillar all done. I'm gonna glue it in the center part here, and then heat it up with the heat gun and glue each side individually and clamp it so that it gets all the way in there, so the front windshield seal and everything will fit right in there. Put some glue down the center of each. A little bit at the top where it's going to overlap the headliner. Line it up with the other side. Each side individually, and then heat it up a little bit and get it to form in there. the groove for the seal. Doesn't take much heat to make it more pliable, but it sure helps in not doing it. Really, you only see like half an inch of this vinyl by the time you get the windshield seal in and then the door seals. So now that that one's all clamped in the right spot, I'll glue the other side and do the same thing. And he's got a permanent marker wrapped in a rag too. It helps to push it and get it to go into the seam. once you get to the corner, you're gonna have to cut it. Some slits in it so it goes around the corner. Put a little more glue on it. Once it's all dry, we'll trim the excess off the other side and glue it down if it needs to be around the edges some more. So yeah, that's the A-pillars. I'm gonna line up the back panel and trim the speaker hole out of the cardboard backing. And then, yeah, hopefully the speaker baffles show up and we can get the rest of the headliner installed. And then we can put the windows in. So we got this side panel all done with the speaker and all the holes punched in it, so the speaker's nice and hidden. Now we got to do this side and trim the backing insulation out to fit, as well as for the speaker pocket. We're going to trim it all out in the back, and then we'll finish sound deadening the back and the sides, and then get this panel all on. So the back of the headliner's all done.